Good morning, children. Welcome to our social session. In our previous session, I explained you fifth lesson in geography, that is temperature. Today, I will be explaining you sixth lesson, that is importance of oceans. In the previous standard, we have learned about lithosphere and hydrosphere. Now, what is lithosphere? Lithosphere is a proportion of land, and hydrosphere water on the earth, of water on earth. Okay, and already you know about the major oceans. Please see the table on page number 31. Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern and Arctic Ocean. These are the names of different oceans, and on the right side there is area in square kilometer. How much area these oceans occupy in square kilometer. Sorry, not centimeter, kilometer. So, hydrosphere. Hydrosphere includes all the water bodies that exist on the earth. All the water bodies, that is, oceans, seas, rivers and their tributaries, lakes, reservoirs, and also groundwater. Of the total global waters, 97.7% is contained in oceans. Imagine 97.7% out of 100%, 97.7% water is in oceans, and remaining only 3.3% is for our consumption, like for drinking and other purpose. And ocean water, it is salty, so it's not, you can't drink that water. Now, next page, that is page number 32. Here there is an experiment. You have to take some water in a steel dish, okay, and see that the water is from a bore well, and place that dish in sunlight, okay, and you just see after some time the water gets evaporated and some whitish layer remains behind. And if you taste that layer, so it tastes salty. You will realize that these are the salts in the water. Okay, so in drinking water, the proportion of salt is quite low. That is why you could drink it. Okay, we don't find the water salty. But if you taste the water from the sea and ocean, it is salty because the amount of salt present in it is more. So hence it tastes salty, and it is not useful for drinking or for cooking. Okay. Now there is abundant aquatic life in the oceans. Major part of the earth's surface is occupied by ocean. Okay, and there are many aquatic animals in the ocean. You will find from microscopic planktons, algae, to huge whales survive or live in the water in oceans. These are the different types of living things we found in ocean. But suppose, for example, on the land surface, if any animal, dog, cat, if any animal dies and all, so you have municipality and all too, they come and they take their bodies. Okay, so all the cleaning work is done by the municipality in cities. But here in the living things which once they die in the water, in oceans, like whales, fishes, big or small fish, okay, when they die, their remains accumulate in ocean. There is no such organization who will go there and clean the water. Okay, the dead bodies, the remains of dead fishes in the water. Okay, so they, when they die, their body gets accumulated in the ocean. All rivers flowing from mountains or hilly areas finally meet the ocean. Okay, rivers, along with the river, it continuously flows. So while flowing, it carries sediments from eroded lands, trees, bushes, small stones, pebbles, dead and animals, leaves, okay, branches of trees, whatever falls in rivers, river carry it along, takes it along with the flow. Okay, and then the water or whatever it carries, the river, okay, it takes to ocean, it is entered in the ocean. Okay, understood. So in the above processes, the dead remains decompose. So what happened? Oceans have in enormous living organism, aquatic animals, plants. Okay, so these animals, when they die, the dead, their body decomposes, and it releases various minerals and salts in the ocean water. After decomposition, many minerals and salts gets released from their body. And on top of it, there are volcanic eruptions which occurs on land. So volcanic eruption, along with it occurs on land, but there are volcanic eruptions in the oceans as well. So during volcanic eruptions, you can see the picture of volcano on page number 32. This volcano, it had occurred under the ocean. Okay, it erupts under the ocean. So when it erupts, it brings along with it, okay, the gases. Okay, ashes, salts, gases, minerals, it comes out. Yeah, and this increases the level of salt and minerals in ocean water. Okay, I repeat, the dead remains of aquatic animals, it releases minerals and salts, and along with that, when there are volcanic eruptions in the oceans, so that time also many minerals, ashes, salts, gases, it comes out and it gets mixed in water. Due to continuous evaporation of oceanic water, the proportion of salt increases, because ocean, it consists of salt. More amount of salt is present in the ocean and seawater, and during the time of evaporation, what happens, the salt remains behind and the pure water gets evaporated from the oceans. Okay, and so the proportion of salt increases. All these things make the ocean water salty. Now, the salinity of ocean water is different at different places. Salinity is expressed in terms of mils. Mils means particles per thousand. Okay, the average salinity of oceanic waters is 35%. Average salinity. But the Dead Sea is known to have maximum salinity. Its salinity is about 332%. Okay, so that is why it is said that in Dead Sea you can float. Okay, because the content of salt is more in Dead Sea. Yes, so we obtain salt from salty waters. See page number 33, children. There are salt pans. Okay, the water from the sea and all, it is accumulated here, and then after evaporation, what remains is pure salt. Okay, you get salt. So salt as a substance is obtained by constructing salt pans. These salt pans are constructed in coastal areas. Coastal areas which is near to sea. Okay. Here the salt pans are made, constructed, and this is how salt is made. Salt is an important item in our diet. Without salt, pinch of salt, our food is tasteless. Okay, so many minerals like phosphates, sulfates, iodine, etc. are obtained from the sea. Iodized namak, iodized salt, you have heard, no? You have seen the ad. Okay, we depend on oceans to some extent for minerals. Yeah, now page number 34, you could see there are various food items. All these food items which is included in our diet. Okay, we eat rice, we eat chapati, fish, vegetables, yeah, idli, sambar. For all these things, the important means is salt. Okay, without salt we can't, we will find the food is tasteless. Okay, so many of us include fish in our diet. Okay, the people who stay near the coastal areas, they prefer fish. So we get fish from rivers, lakes, and seas. The proportion of fish in seas is much greater than those in rivers and lakes. Okay, in sea, ocean, and all fish, you get more fishes. Okay, as compared to rivers and lakes. So, catching marine animals is a large scale activity all over the world. It's an ancient occupation. Though food is major purpose of this activity, marine animals are also used for production of fertilizers, pharmaceuticals, and also in research. Okay, you have different like cod liver oil, then seven seas, these medicines, no pills which we take. So this marine animals not only for our consumption as food, but even it is used as fertilizers and pharmaceuticals. In India, people mainly consume prawns, clams, crabs, seafish, mackerel, pomfret, Indian shark, Indian salmon. These are the names of different fishes which we get from the seas and oceans. Many other types of marine animals are consumed in different parts of the world. The life of people from countries that have a coastline largely depend on the sea, especially if there are few other occupations. Seychelles, Mauritius, Maldives, etc. are some of them. The people who live near the coastline, who is surrounded by sea, okay, their occupation is also dependent on the coastline, okay, on sea. Like fishing is the major occupation there. Now, here the oceans and climate, different places are given here, and the countries which the place belong to, and mean maximum temperature and mean minimum temperature. Okay, so above table records the maximum and minimum temperatures from some places located between 30° and 40° north parallels. Yes, with this we have finished our first part of the lesson number 6, importance of oceans. In this first part, we learned the different creatures, means who survive in the oceans, yeah, and importance of them, and the salinity of seawater, different oceans. Yes, and in our next part, which is in our next session, we shall learn about the importance, more about importance of sea and issues related to oceans. Okay, thank you.